Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Chelsea Road to Glory. I am very excited to finally be back on console. You guys have suffered through web app for 2 episodes straight and then a big period without any FIFA content from me. But now we are back. Now we have the game. We're on console. We are on next gen, and I will be using next gen for the remainder of the series. For the past 2 series, I think I've only used old gen, and old gen gameplay was around the same, but it was a lot better than new gen. But I think for right now, we should probably start to transition into that new gen for FIFA and whatever the equivalent will be for next year. But yeah, now we're back. We're here. We're getting all our coin bonuses. We're gonna get our match bonuses, and we're gonna see, some of the stuff that we can do right now. But one thing that I will say is that this account is loaded with FIFA points. This is one of the big major changes that I haven't been able to do in the previous Road to Glories. And I know some of you might be a little bit skeptical and all that stuff, but trust me when I say this, I really need this boost right now. I know there's a lot of stuff that you can grind by yourself, grind out a lot of the things to boost your team and whatnot, and that would be great if I had the game from the very beginning of the FIFA cycle. But I did buy the Ultimate Edition, or the gold, whatever is the highest edition, to get those 4K FIFA points, and then I loaded some more FIFA points onto the account because it was a Friday. We finally got a Chelsea player in the Rule Breakers team, because I was looking at the content over the course of the weeks that I didn't actually get to play FIFA. So with that being said, I am very upset and sad at the same time at the fact that I do not have one to watch Sterling. His SBC expired, I think, 1 or 2 weeks ago, along with the Thiago Silva flashback SBC. I could not do them. There's just no way for me to do them because 1, I didn't have the game. 2, web app access I still had, but there was no way for me to feasibly do real life work and also grind the game to get my cards, essentially, so that I could craft both SBCs, because at the time each SBC was around 150,000 coins, more or less. You can take away, but that's about the average, I would say, for each individual SBC. So it wasn't a total for 150. It was both SBCs averaged at 150, and I just didn't have the resources for it. So I did what I could. I just waited it out, and I loaded some FIFA points to see what we would get coming back. This is the first time I have loaded FIFA points since I think like FIFA 18, maybe 19. Obviously last year we did have some FIFA points because we bought the Ultimate Edition for those 4K FIFA points, which EA like to tell you, like 4K FIFA points are free, or they're throwing them in because you got the Ultimate Edition. But essentially you're paying for those for 4,600 points, because the base game is 60, and with inflation it's technically now $70, and then you make up the difference there with the FIFA points. Obviously we don't have the one to watch pack because that's obviously over. That promotion's over, it's gone. But that's fine, because I didn't have the money at the time, but now we do. So if you look at that pack, we got two Manchester City players, 89 and 88, and Bernardo Silva. But I will be selling the big stuff that I got from these packs, because for right now, the only SBC that we care about is FALCAO, and obviously we have the resources for FALCAO. By the end of this episode, you will see that we actually did get to complete it very easily. I was a little bit skeptical. I know it's a lot of FIFA points, and I'm opening 50k packs, so the likelihood of me being able to complete it is very high. But I was just still a bit scared, because the packs only guaranteed an 83 plus, They didn't guarantee that everything else in the pack would be very good, which was my concern, because I think Falcao needed like an 84 for one team and then an 83 for the other, somewhere around there. But everything came up very good for us. We got a Tony Cruz there in form. I want to hold on to him to sell him after he's out of packs, but honestly at this point, since we are getting more FIFA points later down the line, there's really no need to hold on to him. I can probably sell him right now for some good chunk of change, because we do want to improve our team as quickly as possible, so I can go up the divisions as quickly as I can and start to qualify for FUT Champs to get some extra rewards. Obviously the reds are not a super concern at the moment, because I haven't looked at the entire system if they change anything, but I will get to that in eventuality once we actually get to our once we get the ball rolling, essentially. Once we get into the high divs, or relatively high divs, so I can start getting into FUT Champs and figure out what works, what doesn't work. Obviously right now my formation, if you've seen from the previous 2 episodes, my formation is 4-2-4, which doesn't sound great, although it's been working a bit in division rivals. We have played 3 games for now. I will be playing more, but we've only played 3 games for now. I won all 3 games, but obviously it's division 10. I was not expecting to concede really hard, considering my team is not full of bronze and silver center backs and other players of those levels. And plus we got to use Falcao for those rival games, which is really nice. Although I am concerned a bit, because Falcao is Colombian and has a very bad team to make links for. So I will try my best to see if I can get him on 2 or 3 points. If I can get him on 3 points, that's great. If I can't, oh well. I'll just give him a chemistry style that boosts something, because one of the big things right now on new gen is lengthy, because it interacts with the accelerate mechanic and whatnot, and I still have to go over what that mechanic is and how it works and stuff like that. But I will get more information on it so that I understand it fully and I can explain it back to you guys. But here we get our first rule breaker. I was kind of hoping it was Kai Havertz, but it was the Belgian Munir, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And he's a right back, which surprises me, because Dortmund in Belgium don't usually have right backs, I don't think. Maybe at the time with Hakimi they had a right back, but Belgian I don't think use right backs. But it's a decent card. It's 15k. I might hold on to it because there are some FUT Star objectives, I think those are what those are called, that require a rule breaker. So that could be cool to use and then sell once I finish, especially with the fact that once he's out of packs he might rise a little bit, so we get more back. But I will say that for 100 FIFA points, or $100 worth of FIFA points, the haul is not great. If you look at some coin selling websites, which I don't personally use, I'm just using them as a reference. If you look at those websites, you can see how much value they're actually giving the amount of dollars you put in. So for us, we put in $100, we got back around 200k, which is not in my bank account yet, in my FIFA account yet, because I still have the cards sitting on the bench to figure out if I want to sell or not, which ones I do want to sell, because I do want to have some fodder for SBCs, but obviously there are still some objectives that I can do to make up for that. But back to my main point. So the coin selling websites value $100 at 500,000 coins in FIFA, and considering we got around 200k according to FUTBin, which, you know, prices fluctuate and all that, fresh cards, blah blah blah, etc etc. We made about half of those coins, and we got very lucky that we made back half of those coins, because EA could very much have just given us nothing over this $100 FIFA points that we got plus the added 4K. They really could have shafted us, but we got very lucky. We packed Rudiger, we packed Cruz, Ederson, Casemiro, Bernardo Silva, Keylor Navas at some point. But the big one I will say is Rudiger. The big one is very much Rudiger. He's the most expensive that we packed, and he also fits our Chelsea Road to Glory series. So that's very nice for us. And you know, a lot of you might be thinking, if it's a Road to Glory, why did you spend money? Why didn't you just grind like everybody else? And what I will say is that Road to Glories are essentially anything you want it to be. You know, the whole point of a Road to Glory is the journey from point A to point B. And right now we're still in the beginnings of point A, trying to get through a lot of the beginning obstacles. You know, we're not in our highest div yet. We're not getting good rewards yet. We haven't been to many promo teams yet. You know, I missed out on Aubameyang road to the final. You know, maybe we could have packed him from grinding, but we'll never know because I wasn't there for it. And also the wants to watch objectives, the want to watch pack openings and stuff like that. We really missed out on that stuff. But now we're here. That's the good thing. And that's why it's still a Road to Glory, and it's worth doing even with the amount of FIFA points that we put in. But I will also use this as an experiment because, you know, maybe this is the last FIFA. Maybe we do a Chelsea Road to Glory on a different game, a different football game or something, you know, because there hasn't been much competition. You know, this is the last FIFA for a while, unless they get the agreements again to call it FIFA, but this will be the last one. So hopefully, you know, things change. They make a new agreement, but they improve the game, you know, something, I don't know. all I know is that for right now, this is what we're doing. We're doing the Chelsea Road to Glory for a third year now. I think it is a third year running series. Hopefully we make it a fourth. I really hope that this channel does become a Road to Glory, a Chelsea Road to Glory centralized hub, you know, because I really like the team, and EA made it very hard to play with the Mexican league teams that I really like. So, you know, this is my alternative, and this is my entertainment for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the Chelsea Road to Glory. I know it's been very long wait between the previous episode and this episode, but I will consistently upload every week, a video at a time. It will probably be scheduled on Sundays now, just because of all my work stuff that I have to take care of. That is my first priority, and this is my second priority, but I will make sure that something is up on the channel. You know, whether it's a quick hello, whether it's a quick couple packs that we open, you know, I want to have something out there so that you know that I'm still here and we're still kicking on this Chelsea Road to Glory. And yeah, we're gonna get a team update very soon. We're on the last couple clips. Up next we have the final pack that I want to show you guys that we got with the FIFA points. We will have 50 left over, but you know, that's fine. I really don't mind it. It's not gonna bother me in any way. And here we have the completion of the Falcao SBC. As you can see, it's very simple. Not too much. I know I didn't show you the packs opened for Falcao, but you know, there was no point because they weren't that great of packs to get back for a Falcao flashback. But hopefully this flashback makes up for the fact that I don't have Thiago Silva. But you know, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. We'll find out, because he's been relatively decent. His goals per game is obviously skewed because I use them a bit in squad battles just to get some coins from the match boosts and objectives and stuff like that. So next episode we will see a lot more stuff to complete and open, stuff like that. Hopefully the promo next Friday, this upcoming Friday, is very good. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the team. We got a lone Cole, which is very nice, but obviously he'll once he's down to like maybe 3 or 4 matches, I'll take him out, put Pulisic back in, and we'll go from there and see how we can improve the team. Obviously, my first purchase is going to be that Courtois. We do have the coins once I sell the stuff, but yeah, this is the team right here. Hopefully, it improves over time. I mean, it will improve over time, but I wonder how the progress will be for right now. But yeah, this is the team. I really like it for the moment. Obviously, I want to buy better midfielders, remove Morata for someone better. But for right now, that's the best thing I can do, because I want to have FALCAO on some sort of chemistry and not just 1 point or no points, you know, because I want him to be usable at least in game. But with that being said, I think that is everything we have to cover in terms of the Chelsea Road to Glory. I hope you guys don't mind the spending of FIFA points. I certainly don't mind it. Obviously, in the past, I would have minded it because, you know, EA bad and everything. But for the sake of the team right now, I think it's good if we spend, you know, $100 every promo. That includes a Chelsea player, right? So that will be our criteria. If it doesn't include a Chelsea player, we just simply won't spend money on the promo, because there really is no point. You know, we could just grind it somewhere else with our money. But with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.